Alright, yo, what's good? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about LumaFusion. Honestly, I did not want to make this video like this. I wanted to make it more, organized, a more professional looking edited video, whatever it is. I want to put a little bit more effort into it than just sitting down talking. I probably will still make another video, but this is my real review, real personal feelings, frustrations, thoughts about LumaFusion. So let me break it down for you guys. The reason why I'm making this video like this right now and I'm expressing, my thoughts on LumaFusion and how I feel about it, what I think about it right now like this. So I filmed a little short that I was gonna, edit quickly on my S24 Ultra and then, upload it to YouTube. It's supposed to be a quick and simple process. It's something that I've done before with this phone and other phones. So, I filmed the video, I'm piecing everything together. I get through the whole edit. Video's ready to upload. It's a little YouTube short that I want to put out. And then LumaFusion is giving me an error. It's not exporting. So I'm like, all right, maybe let me try changing the, the resolution. It doesn't work. Let me try changing the bitrate. It doesn't work. Let me make a copy of the project file. It doesn't work. Let me, export the project and then, import it into LumaFusion. It doesn't work. Let me export the project, uninstall LumaFusion, and then import it again, and it doesn't work. Nothing works, so I can't export my video right now. And this is like the final straw, to be honest. Go back, watch some of my older videos. When I made a video about, the iPad Pro as your main computer like a couple years ago, I was in love with LumaFusion. I was in love with the fact that you can video edit on a tablet, on a phone, and, comfortably edit 4K videos. LumaFusion was the best video editor out for mobile devices, or, I was only on iPad and iPhone. But over the course of, the last couple years, like the last 2-3 years, LumaFusion, honestly, in my opinion, has been going down and down. When they finally put it on Galaxy devices and Android as a whole, I was super excited about that too, because Android devices have been increasing in power, increasing in capability. So anyways, LumaFusion came to Android, super expensive, and I already purchased it once on the App Store, I ended up buying it again on Android. I think it was like $20 because it's discounted on the Galaxy Store or whatever. I'm paying another $20 to use this app, excited, and it's just been issues. Like for a long time, I've been feeling like, maybe it's the phone's performance, maybe these phones just heat up, they can't video edit. But then I've been realizing like slowly that's not necessarily the case. A lot of these devices are pretty capable and can definitely handle, this video editing that I do on my iPhones and stuff like that, older iPhones even. These phones are more powerful than some of those and they can definitely handle it. The heat thermal performance is not that bad. So I realize it's not the phones, it's not the power, it's not the efficiency, it's the app. And there's a lot of little issues that keep on popping up, that keep on happening. Like on a surface level, it's a really nice video editing app on the mobile devices. It's probably the best on Android. It doesn't work well. It's not, in my personal opinion, don't spend that $40 in the apps in the Play Store. It's not worth it for $40. Like you might as well try other things like VN video editor or CineCut, whatever it is. CapCut is really good, but it doesn't have the waveforms, and I edit audio a lot, so I can't use CapCut as my main video editor. But $40 for LumaFusion, it's not worth it, to be honest. I used to tell everybody, hop on LumaFusion. I don't know, until they start like actually making changes, putting in work, fixing the app, making it run smoothly, making it worth that $40, that $20. I can't recommend it anymore. I just don't think it's worth the money. Let me just get into specific problems that I've been having with it. The first one I'll talk about is it's been happening for like a really long time, like years. And I actually decided to reach out to them and show them this problem. And I'll tell you what they said afterwards. But basically the problem is that when you're editing audio on LumaFusion, it shows you the waveforms. And the waveforms will show up like very strange, to be honest. Like it kind of gives you a general idea of where certain things are, like high points or silence in the audio. But then a lot of time when you cut, like let's say you're trying to cut out the silence, you cut out that silent part. A lot of time it's incorrect. It's not like the actual representation of what the audio waveform looks like. So you cut it and then it loads a little bit and then boom, all of a sudden you cut like halfway into like the audio, or like halfway into, like let's say I'm editing my video, I cut halfway into me talking. So then the cut will look bad. What I have to do now is I have to undo that, go back a little bit and try to cut where the silence starts or stops. And then hopefully I got the right spot. And then when it is working, like it shows it properly after you cut it, then I can fix it a little bit more. Like I can drag the audio a little bit or cut a little bit or whatever I need to do. So this is a big issue for me because like I said, a lot of my videos I'm talking, most of my videos I'm talking, right? I'm editing my audio as I go if I can. And so when I'm editing my audio, I need to see the waveform. I need to see the silence. I need to see, the peaks of when I'm talking, because it literally speeds up the workflow. I don't have to keep replaying to know what I'm saying, or keep replaying to know, you know, when to cut the audio and then when to, right where I'm at right now with video editing and knowing like how I talk and stuff like that, I can go see the waveform and literally just cut without even listening to the audio, without even playing the video. I can cut certain sections out because I know that either I'm not talking there, or I can identify certain words and stutters. Like I can identify when I say or I'm extending the word too long. I can literally just look at the waveform and see those things, that information, and cut that stuff out without even playing the video and listening to the audio with my ears, just with my eyes. That speeds up my workflow so much. So cut. That's like a preliminary cut. If I want to do something like that, if I don't have a lot of time to video edit, finish the video, I'll do that. Now with LumaFusion, the way that it's been moving, it's not good, bro. Like it's super whack, fam. Like the way that it's been moving with the waveform, it really messes up my workflow. I said I reached out to them, right? So I reached out to LumaFusion. I showed them, you know, a screen recording of what I'm talking about, the waveform issue. They asked us to see a project file, so I sent the project file to them through their official means. They looked at it, they acknowledged. So I actually was reaching out to them for 2 issues. The other issue was like, you would take a clip from like your library or whatever, place it on the timeline, and then the clip will automatically be on a higher track. And then you try to bring it down to like where you actually want it to be, a lower track, and then it goes even higher. And then every time you try to fix the clip on the timeline, it keeps going higher and higher and higher and higher. And it just, now all of a sudden you have a clip that's randomly 10 tracks higher that, you know, you might forget about, it might cause you problems, whatever. It's just not what you want it to do. Anyways, they looked at the project file, they looked at my video, whatever. That track thing, that's an issue that they already know about and they're trying to fix. Cool. Taking what these man said about the waveform thing. And I'm not trying to diss them, you know, I'm not trying to knock them because I appreciate the app and it's carried me for a very long time in my small YouTube journey already. But these man said that the way that the waveforms work on Android is intentional. They intentionally make it so that it shows this incorrect version of waveform. And then when you cut it to like, if it's over 4 minutes, then it shows the incorrect version of the waveform. They were saying that it's intentional because of the OS. They're saying that it might be because the OS holds it back or whatever it is and stuff like that. Personally, I'm not a coder. I don't make these apps. I don't know the behind the scenes. But to me, that sounds like a silly excuse if you're asking me. You're telling me the OS is holding back showing the correct waveform. And part of the reason why I think it sounds silly and why that doesn't really make sense in my brain is because they're saying that it's the OS is holding it back, right? So with their 4-minute rule thing, if I put a 20-minute video in the timeline and I cut that whole video, I chop it up into like 3-minute sections, all those clips, all those sections will show the correct waveform throughout the whole project. The whole timeline will show the correct waveform. I'm not sure, maybe I just don't know anything. I don't understand how it actually works. But from my eyes, when I do that, I see the correct waveform throughout the whole project. It's just chopped up now, but it's still, everything is still the same information in the timeline. And it works just as smooth as it would with the incorrect waveform. So I don't understand how the OS can't handle showing the correct waveform with just one clip, but then it can handle it when I chop it up. And it's still the same, like I didn't delete anything. It's still all there on the timeline in the same order, just split. So I don't really understand that stuff. Maybe, like I said, there's back-end stuff that I don't get, but the waveform issue is a problem. The reason why this bothers me a lot too is because on iOS and iPadOS, the correct waveform is shown, like it's not really an issue there. That's basically my main gripe. The other stuff is like random glitches that will happen. Like you'll be at video editing and then it will just skip. Or like you cut and delete something and then you're moving on thinking it's all right. And then all of a sudden it wants to go back, like it's Echo from League of Legends, going back to a previous spot where you cut and deleted something. It's like bro. And this happens on iPads, iPhones, you know, those ones generally have a better experience. It's more smooth, more reliable on that, because I guess it's been on iOS and stuff for longer, maybe. And then those phones are generally more powerful. But like, it's just like, why is it doing this? Why is it skipping? And sometimes I'll be like, oh, damn, my phone is heating up, you know, it's throttling and stuff like that. But then I'm realizing, like, no, the phone is actually not that hot. And the phone is not throttling. The performance is still fine. It's literally just the app. You put like more than like 3 tracks of stuff, and then the app starts to go crazy and do random things, skip. It starts to jump. It starts to, you know, pause. Like literally, the state of LumaFusion right now, no matter what device you have, it's best for like literally you film a video like this and you just chop straight through it and you're not adding no B-roll or anything like that. That's what LumaFusion is good for right now. But even that I don't know, because the whole reason why I'm making this video is because I tried to make a simple short and edit it QuickTime and then, you know, export it. I can't even export the short now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't export the short, and it's super annoying, bro. So LumaFusion, it's not exactly what people make it out to be. People always say it's the best video editing app on mobile devices and this and that. A lot of these YouTubers, they don't actually use these apps, these things that they talk about. They just kind of recommend it to people blindly, and they don't give you long-term updates and stuff like that. They're not like the actual users, the actual market, you know, demographic. And even like foldable phones, a lot of YouTubers, they have their opinions on foldable phones, but they don't use foldable phones. So they can't tell you all the quirks. They can't tell you that foldable phones are not that good for gaming. They can't tell you that because they don't use them. They just say, yeah, you know, I'm playing, what's that game? That racing game that all of them play? I don't even know what it's called because I don't play that. But they play that game that can run on any device and say, yeah, it's good for gaming. But even in that game, it's cropped. You can't see everything. They don't talk about that kind of stuff. And it's the same with LumaFusion. These people don't use it more than like making a quick video or whatever they think might pop or what's popular at the time. So that's kind of frustrating too, because people can spend 40 bucks on a video editing software on a phone and think, yeah, it's super smooth. And I'm kind of guilty of this too, because I've been praising it and saying like, you know, I can video edit on my mobile devices, but nah, I'm gonna share the real experience of LumaFusion, and I'm gonna make more videos on this and, you know, show examples and stuff. But I really had to get this off my chest because, bro, literally I just filmed a short, you know, I chopped up all the pieces, put it together, going smooth. I finished it in like 30 minutes, ready to export, and I can't even export the video. Now I gotta go I don't have an iPhone on me right now. I don't have an iPad on me right now. But now I gotta go I have this old iPhone 8 that I have laying around. I'm gonna try to get the project file off of this Android phone and then put it on that, and hopefully I can export the video and just upload it to YouTube, bro. So if you see a short about the S24 Ultra Zoom, then yeah, I got it to export on the iPhone, which unfortunately I had to do something like that. But anyways, that is my review, my real honest thoughts on LumaFusion, on Android, and even in general. Let me know if you have any thoughts in the comments below. If you video edit on your phone, your tablet, or whatever it is, and your experience with LumaFusion. But yeah, that's all for now. And we out. Peace.